The Met Gala isn't even trying to hide it anymore. People can't stop talking about the insane outfit choices from the biggest celebrities in the world. Beyonce showed up dressed as a skeleton queen, Katy Perry wore a creepy mirrored mask, and Bad Bunny arrived as an 80-year-old man. But why? The Met stated the theme was simply fashion is art. But everyone knows they chose these specific gothic outfits for a deeper hidden purpose. What I found confirms these outfits trace back to a much darker inspiration. By the end of this video, you will never look at the Met Gala the same way again. Everyone knows the Met Gala is a peculiar event that only the elite understand. This year's outfit choices reflect that clearly. Celebrities are leaning into some weird trends, and these outfits serve a singular purpose: to separate the elite from everyday society. No matter what anyone tells you, dressing up as a skeleton is not fashion. These outfits hold deep esoteric meaning that most people would never truly grasp. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why they dress like this and what it truly all means. Let's start with Queen Bee. Beyonce is one of the biggest celebrities in the world. When she showed up to the Met for the first time in years, the entire conversation immediately focused on the strange outfit she chose for the event. Beyonce arrived in a sheer dress with a diamond-encrusted skeleton motif and a matching crystal-embellished headpiece. She was accompanied by Blue Ivy and Jay-Z. According to the Met, Beyonce's look drew inspiration from The Visitor, a 1944 painting by artist Caroline Durex depicting a skeleton standing at a door. To understand the hidden meaning behind this design, we must examine the deeper esoteric language behind the art that inspired it. Caroline operated during a time when artists actively studied Hermetic occult philosophy to unlock hidden realities. Her artwork consistently explored the veil separating the physical realm from the spiritual plane. The Visitor specifically depicts a skeleton standing at a doorway. In many hidden belief systems, a doorway acts as a literal portal to the spiritual world. The door itself in the painting represents the gateway to the other side. A skeleton figure waiting at the door indicates the final transition between the living world and the afterlife. This imagery is deeply rooted in the ancient practice of memento mori. Followers of ancient mysticism actively reflect on the inevitability of death as a core part of their belief system. They use skulls and skeletal representations as focal points for esoteric ceremonies. It connects to the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Focusing on human bones reminds the practitioner that the material world is temporary while the spiritual realm is permanent. By wearing this crystal skeleton, Beyonce was actively channeling these exact esoteric traditions. She positioned herself as the skeleton queen who operates between both realms. Her outfit was a deliberate visual representation of crossing the spiritual veil. It also represents the act of spiritual channeling, where an artist opens themselves up to the other side to draw inspiration from the spiritual forces. This is a concept Beyonce frequently depicts in her performances. She was signaling an awareness of this hidden symbolism and invoking the arcane practices of ancestral communication. The materials used in the dress add another profound layer of meaning. The crystals covering the bones symbolize the secret science of spiritual alchemy. Alchemy focuses on transforming the decaying physical body into an enlightened and eternal state. Beyonce used this gown to visually represent herself as a transcendent being capable of operating within both realms of reality. Even Jay-Z and Blue Ivy's outfits connected to this. Jay-Z wore a black suit and Blue Ivy wore a white dress. This is a direct representation of spiritual duality. In these esoteric traditions, practitioners believe that combining internal opposites produces a divine being. The black and white checkerboard pattern is meant to represent this concept. Black indicates masculinity and white femininity. Beyonce is embodying the merger of these opposites, explaining her silver attire. When you mix black and white, you get gray. Silver is just a metallic elevation of gray. Their coordinated outfit choices depicted Beyonce as a deity who has transcended life and death and operates in a higher realm. But Katy Perry's outfit took these esoteric teachings to a whole new level. She arrived wearing a flowing white custom gown paired with a creepy ominous mirrored mask. The Met explained her look was a performance art piece about identity and perception. To understand the true inspiration, we must examine the deeper esoteric meaning of this ancient symbol. The most revealing moment happened during her walk up the museum steps. She pulled a specific tarot card from her dress and showed it to the cameras. The card she revealed was the Magician. The magician is one of the most powerful symbols in esoteric traditions. It represents the manipulation of reality and the hermetic belief of as above, so below. This card connects directly to the esoteric process of man becoming God. In these ancient traditions, this symbol represents mastering duality. Esoteric practitioners interpret the phrase as above, so below to mean as in heaven, so on earth. They believe this concept allows them to manifest their paradise on earth using the power of their will. In these teachings, reality is created from within. It indicates they see themselves as their own savior. By holding this card up for the world to see, she was signaling a deep awareness of these hidden belief systems. She was visually declaring that she shapes the material world using hidden knowledge. We must also look at the six-fingered white glove she had on. The media called this a playful nod to artificial intelligence struggling to generate human hands. The truth gets much deeper. Within ancient esoteric texts, a sixth finger operates as a direct reference to the Nephilim and altered human bloodlines. This traces back to how the Bible describes the Nephilim bloodline, depicting descendants of giants who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. In esoteric traditions, the Nephilim are considered hybrids. The extra digit is often viewed as a physical anomaly or a mark of their mixed, non-human DNA. Presenting this physical trait was meant to signify an elevated status far above the average person. The most important piece of the entire outfit remains the mirrored mask. The designer stated that the mask invites observers to consider how their perception mirrors their internal world. This ties directly back to the Magician Tarot card. Practitioners of this esoteric system believe that reality is a reflection of the self, and that you can create your reality when you master duality. Mirrors function as a literal looking glass used to communicate with the other side. Practitioners use them as a tool for scrying, a method used to peer through the veil into the spiritual realm. This connects directly back to the theme we just established with Beyonce. Both women utilize their red carpet looks to represent a literal threshold between the living world and the unknown. They are showing us the process of how they created their reality using these esoteric concepts. Katy Perry and Beyonce's outfits depict the exact same hermetic principle of mastering the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Bad Bunny's outfit follows this exact same pattern. Bad Bunny showed up to the Met this year 50 years in the future. He underwent a massive transformation, arriving on the red carpet entirely unrecognizable as an 85-year-old version of himself. He wore a custom black suit and utilized hyper-realistic facial prosthetics, silver hair, and a walking cane to complete the look. The official narrative from the Met states that this look was a direct response to a section of their exhibit focused on the aging body. The institution claimed the fashion industry traditionally ignores the aged body out of fear of facing mortality. To find the true hidden meaning behind this transformation, we must connect it back to the exact esoteric themes established by Beyonce and Katy Perry. Intentionally aging the physical body is a profound symbolic act within ancient mysticism. Bad Bunny was visually depicting the final stage of the human vessel right before death. In these hidden belief systems, presenting yourself at the end of your life cycle is a reflection of the eventual demise of the physical form. It is the final step before crossing the threshold into the spiritual realm that we saw represented by the skeleton outfit and the mirrored mask. This specific imagery is a recurring theme among the elite. We saw this exact same esoteric concept utilized by The Weeknd during his Gasoline music video. He also used heavy prosthetics to appear as an elderly man just like Bad Bunny. Both artists are actively demonstrating the same hermetic principle. They are visually breaking down their physical bodies to represent the death of their old selves, preparing to enter a new spiritual state and be reborn. It again connects to mastering duality. Life and death are also grounded in duality. Life is the opposite of death. White represents life, and black represents death. The way they see it, by reflecting on death and fully accepting it as part of the eternal life cycle, they believe they can control it. This is why some esoteric groups are known to have skulls in their chambers that they use for reflection. By combining the imagery of Bad Bunny representing the final physical stage, Katy Perry demonstrating the manipulation of reality, and Beyonce crossing the threshold into the afterlife, the overarching message of the night becomes undeniably clear. These celebrities were perfectly synchronized, utilizing their platform to broadcast their mastery over the esoteric cycle of life, death, and rebirth. This is what the true hidden theme of the show was. This theme extended far beyond Beyonce, Katy Perry, and Bad Bunny. The entire event operated as a highly coordinated display, with numerous other celebrities falling perfectly into the same hidden message. A quick look at the rest of the guest list reveals a clear pattern of esoteric symbolism. Cardi B arrived in a massive black gown looking like a melting gumdrop. The design was intended to resemble an abstract human form. In Hermetic texts, this heavily distorted silhouette represents the breakdown of the natural human shape. It mirrors the chaotic, formless entities found beyond the spiritual veil. She was visually depicting the loss of human identity required to enter those hidden circles. Then we have theater producer Jordan Roth. He brought an equally disturbing concept to life with his outfit. He arrived wearing a gray velvet gown with a large sculpted shadow figure physically emerging from his back. This design perfectly illustrates the esoteric concept of the shadow self. In these hidden traditions, a shadow figure physically attaching to a person represents an alter ego or a summoned entity. It is a literal depiction of a practitioner carrying a spiritual guide from the other side, connecting right back to Beyonce's outfit. Naomi Osaka provided one of the most eerie looks of the entire evening. She stepped onto the carpet in a dark sculpted gown covered in strange red spots, complete with sharp red fingernails. Her hands were intentionally painted to appear submerged in red liquid. The hidden symbolism here is undeniable. Every single one of these outfits was a carefully selected piece of a larger puzzle. Together, they transformed a simple fashion event into a public display of hidden knowledge. When you look at the entire event as a single orchestrated display, the message they are broadcasting becomes impossible to ignore. We saw Beyonce standing at the threshold of the afterlife as a skeleton queen. We witnessed Katy Perry manipulating reality and looking through the spiritual veil. And Bad Bunny showed us the final decay of the human vessel. All of these outfits connect to form one ancient hermetic concept. The true theme of the Met Gala was the esoteric mastering of duality. In these hidden belief systems, ultimate power comes from controlling both sides of the spectrum: life and death, the physical body in the spiritual realm, and light and dark. By wearing these specific symbols, the elite are publicly declaring their mastery over both domains. They are showing you exactly how they shape the world from behind the curtain. And it's not just the Met Gala. Hollywood hasn't been hiding this either. I just covered the new movie They Will Kill You, and that movie confirms everything. So if you want to see why Hollywood stopped trying to hide it, watch this video right now. For those who want to further support the channel, check out my Patreon. For just $3 a month, you get access to over 60 exclusive videos not available anywhere else. These videos are different than the ones here. I don't have to worry about what I can or can't say. So if you like what I do and want to support the movement, join me on Patreon. The link would be in the description. Another way to show your support is by liking and, more importantly, hyping this video. Your hype can get this video seen by more people who need this wake-up call. Also, if you want to make sure you don't miss a single upload, make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you get updated. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.